Hi everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. I'm just here to do your card for today. As usual, I'm going to be using the black and white Faulkner's Tarot deck. So I'm just going to give that a little shuffle for you, and then we can pull ourselves a little card for today, see what we need to know. Obviously seems to be plenty of energy around today in these cards, so let's just have a little look and see what we've got going on. Okay, here we are. Okay, so the card for today that I've drawn is the Five of Pentacles. Okay, Five of Pentacles is it's not an easy card, and it's obviously one of the Pentacles cards, so we're talking about money, we're talking about material goods, we're talking about stuff basically, earthly goods. So this is not a particularly spiritual card, it's just about day-to-day things, and mostly about money, wealth and all of that stuff. And as you can see from this card, might be feeling like we're not particularly wealthy. This to me also is a card of lack. It often comes up when we have an energy of lack around us. So when I'm looking at a card for the day, obviously card for the day readings are very general, so we're looking at a general meaning for this. So the meaning of this card, the Five of Pentacles, in a general way, is a bit of a lack of money, a lack of feeling like we're wealthy, a lack of just general lack around us. And the problem is when we focus on lack, unfortunately, according to the law of attraction, then we just attract more lack by dwelling on the fact that we don't have this and we don't have that. The universe just sends us more feelings of lack about things we don't have, or stuff we don't have, or feelings we don't have, whatever it is that you're looking at. So it's a kind of difficult energy, and it's an energy that you don't want to sit in for too long. It's also karmic card. The five cards tend to be karmic cards. So basically what they're saying is what you put in is what you get out. You reap what you sow. So if you are in this energy of I don't have enough, I feel like I am lacking, then what we attract is more of that. It's like I just said, what you reap is what you sow. If you're in there saying, oh, I'm lacking, I don't have anything, everything's rubbish for me, then you just attract more of that. So we don't want to be sat in that energy for too long, you know, but we are nevertheless all human, and so we you know, sometimes we all have those feelings of not quite having enough and not quite being enough. That's human, and it's okay to be human, but because we, you know, people that work with this kind of energy are a little bit switched on, we know that that feeling is not going to be productive for us. So what we need to do is to change that feeling around. So I'm just going to have a little look and see what we've got in the energy oracle card. Just give us a little bit of something else to go with this. Quite difficult energy. Quite a lot of the five cards are quite difficult, so they tend to be a little bit challenging. So what I would say is we've now got how interesting, my favourite card in the whole deck. Not now obviously people that have listened to me for a little while, watched what I do, will know that I'm an Aries, and they'll know that I don't have what's on this card. So possibly there's a message in here for me as well. But what I would say to you is that being in this energy of lack is sometimes created because we are wanting something to happen or to arrive, you know, I don't know. Let's keep it to money, seeing as it's a Pentacles card. You know, you may be waiting for some money, and that may not be forthcoming at the moment. And then what happens is we get into a feeling of I don't have enough. And when we're in that I don't have enough, we kind of create more of not having enough. So what the patience card is saying is if you can just be in a place of patience where you're just kind of like, right, okay, well, I'm going to work on a day-to-day basis, and today I'm fine. And I'm going to be in that energy of taking one day at a time rather than projecting too far into the future. I don't have enough of this, don't have enough of that. Deal with what you need to in the moment. Patience is a virtue. I don't know why I felt the need to say that. But it is not an easy energy for some of us. And what I've tended to try and do is, rather than think of it like that, because it just straight away, I'm an Aries, it just gets my back up. I don't, Aries energy just wants it all happening now. It doesn't have that ability. But what Aries energy does have, and what other people's energy, no matter what your star sign is you may find it easier to be in a place of acceptance. Now that does not mean giving up. That does not mean that tomorrow can't be different. It means that you are accepting of the moment as it is and appreciating the moment for the other things around it. So okay, you might feel like you don't have enough of something right now, but what I can almost guarantee that is, if you're watching this, is that you will have probably you will have a home, somewhere to be staying. You probably will have running water, probably will have the facility to go and have a bath or a shower. You'll probably have a phone or a computer that you're watching this on, so you will have broadband or some kind of other internet access, so you have access to the world. There are millions of things that you can be grateful for. So if in the moment you are kind of in that place where you're thinking, I don't have enough of X, you can change that around by thinking about what you do have around you and expressing some gratitude for that. So patience is not always easy. I tend to try to think of it more of being accepting of where you're at right now. Now that does not mean that you have to give up on your dreams, far from it. But what it does mean is you have to be grateful for what you have around you. And when you are grateful and joyful for what you have around you and you're not focusing on what you don't have, then guess what? The universe sends you more stuff to be grateful for rather than more lack. So this is kind of, for me, it's quite simple. Until you really get the gist of it, and it's taken me a long time of working with the law of attraction to really get the gist of it. Just be in the moment, and yeah, absolutely fine to have a wish that you send out for your future, absolutely, but don't be so attached to it that you are neglectful of where you're at right now. And sometimes where you're at right now might be uncomfortable in some fields, in some parts of your life, but there will be something in your life that you have to be grateful for and that you have to be you have to focus on, which you can have some joy in. I would put my entire I don't know, I don't have very much to gamble with, but whatever I have, I would gamble it and have a bet that there's nobody watching this that doesn't have the ability to go and get a glass of water, fresh water from a tap. Now there are millions of people in this world that don't have that. So, and I'm not saying that you have to think of yourself as lucky just because you have a glass of water, but actually, in the big scheme of things, that's something to be grateful for. Some people don't have that. Lots of people, in fact, don't have that. So have a little think about what you have around you already, because this energy just creates more of that energy. Whereas a bit of patience and a bit of acceptance and a bit of joy in what you already have attracts more good things to you. So that's probably a bit of a long-winded way of going around the houses of saying to you, I'll talk to you about the law of attraction again. But I do think that most things actually do come back to it, and it's amazing how many times these cards show that that's what we come back to. I will leave that with you for now. Probably won't be around at the weekends to do a calf today. If I can, I will, but it may not be till Sunday, and that might be a bit later on. So I will leave that with you for now, and I will speak to you again. If it's not Sunday, it will be Monday. Have a lovely weekend, and I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.